Salvete omnes, this is the Martian Geek, also known as I'm Amelia, and we're up to the third world of my Untitled first hack into Vanillacream Dome, with Vanillacream spelled as one word because Super Mario World only allows 19 characters in overworld level names by default, and spelling it with the space would require 20. And of course at the time I was too inexperienced to think of just Illusi yellowing it. Anyway, we'll see if World 3 is any less glitchy than than World 2 was. Also, those spike tops had somewhere to be, and fast. Again, we have some upside-down piranha plants that were pretty exclusive in the original game. Is there anything up there? Oh. Nope, okay, red herring. Where did that phrase come from, anyway? I'm assuming a detective novel of some sort? Okay, how did I even manage that? Like, something about the mouse I was using must have placed 2 copies of something? Because, like, normally... that tile wouldn't even draw like that. Okay, is there anything up here? I don't think I can get up enough speed to check. Unless I do it from here. Okay, there is, but normally you're supposed to have the red switch palace, so we'll just do that. But yes, Vanilla Dome 1 with fairly blatant level edits of both sub-levels in it. Well, I think this version of the room is a little harder than the original. Vanilla cream? No, more like spicy hot cinnamon. And come to think of it, where was my power-up? Well, having a cape in that room, either in the original game or in this hack, is a liability because it can mess with your intended... Well, again, Super Mario World doesn't normally have a tile for that. You have to have a custom block for it, or some sort of specific, special interaction anyway. Okay, there is a power-up in there. I figured there probably was, since I didn't see one anywhere else. Okay, if we can touch layer 2 farther to the right, I'll have a little bit more time. And I think I just screwed that up. Okay. Also, something that wasn't used that often in the original game, very steep slopes. They only exist in the cave tile set, and I'm pretty sure they were only used in 2 levels, and only in one place in both cases. Can you guess which 2 levels? Okay, can I get through this room on the first try this time? Well, first try... I mean, by definition, I'm not getting through it on the first try. I wonder why it didn't count it as me touching it the first time. Maybe it's a frame rule thing? Weird. I mean, it worked out, but... Oh. Well, I hit the checkpoint, so whatever. I don't care about you, Yellow Koopa. Let's see. Do I go up or do I go down? I'm going to assume up, but... Yeah, see, in there it didn't draw the tile in the background. Well, there's something new. I was about to say this is just an inferior version of Vanilla Dome 1. But we have an underwater bonus room with coins and urchins and lag. Oh my. You know, improperly set secondary exits are occurring so commonly in this hack that I'm actually starting to wonder if it's a Lunar Magic bug. Like, I know Lunar Magic is generally pretty good at being backward compatible with stuff, or, well, yeah. But, like, this hack is 18 years old, approximately. So it is definitely... I have no idea what hit me there. Or there. I'm guessing piranha plants that were behind the background or something. Also, there is something here. Okay. Wait, what? Is this the same bonus room? Huh. Well, I'm taking the upper path. That one's safer. But yeah, I know Lunar Magic 3 in particular changed some things around in the level data format, so maybe that messed with the way that secondary exits were handled in old ROMs. Like, maybe it would have been fine if I'd used the unedited ROM, but I did have to edit this in Lunar Magic to make some of the levels beatable because of glitches. Okay, ignoring that bottom path because it leads nowhere important. And that is another blind jump. Give me that power up. Okay, totally not Vanilla Dome 1 done. Next up is totally not Vanilla Dome 2 with the improperly set overworld event again. Excuse me. Fun fact, Vanilla Dome 2 is the only full level where this type of water was used. It was in a couple of bonus rooms, but other than that, yeah, that's it. I mean, it's pretty simplistic looking. It looks like water that could be on the NES, but it also has a lot of unique tiles associated with it. I mean, I guess technically some of them could use the other water too. You just have to change some palettes a bit. Bullet bills? Well, those weren't in Vanilla Dome 2. I see the key. Yeah, see those cut off corners there? Unless I'm misremembering, those do actually have a tile that exists in Super Mario World. It's just that, for whatever reason, the object wasn't coded to use it. Well, there's a secret exit anyway. I'll go ahead and finish out Vanillacream Dome 2. And then do the Red Switch Palace. Should probably save state after this too, just in case. Well, actually, a save state wouldn't necessarily help. I was thinking just in case the improperly set overworld event makes it impossible to progress again. Honestly, I feel like a lot of my problems, well, a lot of my problems with the overworld being so glitchy can be traced back to the fact that I edited the original one instead of starting completely from scratch. I feel like the latter would have been much easier, and I could have just made completely new events instead of trying to awkwardly shoehorn in additional ones based on Super Mario World's original events. Well, here's one of the aforementioned bonus rooms, excuse me, with the water in it. Only time we ever see that water with that palette, too. I mean, obviously this isn't the same bonus room that was in the original game, but... Okay, so how far ahead did that put me? Actually, quite a ways ahead. Whoa! And I fell victim to the glitch through the foreground slope thing. Yeah, so pro tip, I think I mentioned, well, I did mention it already, but Super Mario World does not normally implement that interaction, like going directly from a slope to a hard wall. You need a patch to fix that, and at the time, obviously, I didn't know anything about ASM patches, bug fix or otherwise. Bullet bills were also pretty underused in the original game. Only in 2 levels and only in one small room of one of those 2. Okay, you don't need to worry about the secret exit. We do need to worry about that key and those 2 springboards taking up sprite slots for the rest of the game. Or the game. The rest of the level. Even Super Mario World isn't badly coded enough to have them take up slots for the rest of the game. You know what? This bonus room is skippable. There's no Yoshi coin in it, so... let's see. Okay, beware of the steep slopes. They're a trap. Wow, I skipped a lot of the level. Okay. And speaking of traps, I think that Yoshi coin is too. Well, we're not going in the bonus room this time, so that'll considerably change the pace of the level. Oh yeah, and munchers. Despite their infamousness in hacks, those are also... Well, okay, not as underused in the original game as some things, but not as common as you'd think. And probably less common than their counterpart in Super Mario Bros. 3. Like, I know they were in Vanillacream Dome 3 in an optional path, and they were in Chocolate Island 1. Beyond that, I'm not actually sure if I can think of munchers in any vanilla levels. Someone in the comments can probably tell me. And yeah, pipes don't have water background tiles, so we get cutoffness. Well, whatever. Oh, there's a halfway point. That would have been nice. Yeah, okay, that bonus room is not worth going into. It skips 2 of the Yoshi coins and the midway point. Okay, can I get this without dying? Oh, that's interesting. Actually, can I get a 1-up here? I don't think I can follow the shell quickly enough. Aw, I tried. We have underwater bullet bill cannons, and that's the end of the level. Bit of a different take on Vanillacream Dome 2, I suppose. Well, the path worked, so I guess the level just didn't get revealed. I don't think this idea worked as well as I thought it did. Well, whatever. The main point of the Switch Palace is the Switch. Honestly, I feel like I'm not using Switch Palaces enough in my current hack. Oh, also, when the tile doesn't collapse properly, so... I suppose I should probably do the secret exit path of the world separately, since Vanillacream Dome actually has a pretty long and involved secret path in the original game and this hack, since a lot of it is based on the original game. So yeah, looks like this will be another 2-episode world, assuming there isn't a level that takes me forever to get through. P-switch up. And improper graphics for the bounce sprite. Okay, there's gotta be something up here, right? Is it just a Yoshi coin? I'm gonna guess it's just a Yoshi coin. Oh no, but... Does that P-switch do anything else? Would I have been able to get over that jump without a cape? I think I can. I think Mario can jump like 8 tiles at a full run in this game. At least so far, this ghost house is less confusing than the last one was. Of course, I guess that tracks for a vanilla ghost house in the original game. It was like the most linear one of the bunch. There was one puzzle at the end with the door silhouette, or door outline, I guess. But okay, what does that P-switch do? Oh. Oh, hey, we have the same thing going on here. I should have known. Got the P-switch prematurely. And that is an improperly set camera position. You know, next time I make a hack that has boo rings in it, I really need to make their default speed faster. It just takes too long to wait for them. Like, making them faster would not actually make them more challenging to deal with, just less tedious. Well, there's no reason not to get this again. Well, except for the fact that it didn't wait a minute. It didn't respawn. Did I get all 5 of them? My memory is bad, for the record. I wonder if there's anything I could do to improve boos, too. Change their speed, or their tracking efficiency, or how it works. Like, would boos be more of a threat if they were fast, or less of one? Like, if they were fast, but less strict about tracking the player, maybe? Like, I'm almost picturing something like a Mega Man 7 final boss projectile type of trajectory, and I realize that that is an intimidating comparison to make, but they obviously wouldn't be as fast as those. Yeah, easy ghost house is easy. Easier even than its counterpart from the original game. Okay, 3. If I'd gotten that last one, it would have been 4, but oh well. Oh yeah, and if you can faintly hear a fan running in the background, that's because it's the hottest time of the year, and my house does not have air conditioning. So I'd rather be a little more comfortable. So, are we dealing with a floating skull level again? Come to think of it, that's a sprite that I wouldn't mind seeing some more variants of. Like, I actually have plans to kiss a Koopa, apparently. Oh, is that a changing item? Okay, hold on a sec. I might have to return to the level to check that, because that was the beginning. Most awkwardly placed flying question block ever. Well, I get to return to the beginning of the level. Good job. Somebody needs to make the line-guided skulls like in Super Mario Maker. At least I think those exist. I thought maybe I'd do it for a level. But, you know, I wouldn't be that bent out of shape if somebody beat me to it. Okay. That is indeed a changing item. Okay. Broke. Putting things like changing items and shells and stars in the item box. Woke. Putting things like Super Koopas, Big Steelies, and Koopa Kids in the item box. As long as you don't try to put a Layer 2 scroll sprite in the item box, because then you'll just get a game crash, most likely. Wow, that was a pointless bonus room. But then I'm pretty sure there was at least one in the original Vanilla Dome 3 that was pretty pointless too. And again, I missed a bunch of the level. See, this is why I don't like putting bonus rooms... I don't like setting up their exits in a way where you skip stuff, because then I don't know what I'm missing, and it's like kind of a FOMO thing, you know? Also, was it just me, or did Mario moonwalk out of that pipe? Okay, those are a custom block. What are they? Maybe they don't allow sprites to be carried past them? Also, photo booths. You'd think they wouldn't work in the cave sprite set, but they're actually dynamic. One of the few true dynamic sprites in the original game. Okay, so I want to see if that's what those blocks do. Maybe there are no Yoshi blocks, actually. Or heck, for all I know, they could have been coded wrong and actually do nothing. It's interesting that custom blocks were the first resource to be possible to put in the game. I mean, like, publicly available. Like, yes, they're simple, but have you ever looked at Super Mario World's terrain interaction routine? Okay, there's the exit. I don't know what was up above those pipes, but I suspect that if I tried looking for it, I would die. Unless I could jump back far enough to respawn the skulls. Okay, Vanillacream Dome 4. And there are a lot of levels in here that have the camera set wrong. To be fair, it's not necessarily intuitive how to set it, especially for a beginner. We have the scale platforms from Butterbridge 1. Dang it. And guess what? We get to find out why those were only used in an auto-scrolling level in the original game. Because the farther apart versions, well, put it this way, they don't mesh very well with how Super Mario World spawns in sprites. So the place where the right one would be, the place where the right one would be comes into view before the thing actually spawns, because the spawn point is on the left side. Okay, that springboard in the item box. Okay, what do I do with it? Also, diagonal bullet bill shooter, because that is one of the most underused things in the entire original game. Ooh, I wonder if I could... Nope! Tried to get a 1-up, ended up getting a 1 down. Well, I did hit the checkpoint at least. Okay, so what do I do with the springboard? This one doesn't have a secret exit, so... Here, use the springboard to power up. Become Spring Mario. Oh, hey. Something where it would be handy to be able to jump higher. Oh, hey, improperly set pipe entrance that kills you. And you know what? I'm going to keep the springboard just for kicks. Oh, yeah. No getting around that one. I am not going to keep the springboard because I apparently can't avoid bullets properly. Case in point. Yeah, I think this version of the level is actually harder than Vanilla Dome 4. Fewer platforms, especially stable ones. Okay, it's all about timing. Because I'm pretty sure all the generators, certainly the bullet shooters, are always on the same timer every time they shoot, so... If If I can guess approximately how many frames pass, I can predict when the next one will happen. Oh, and there's the other shooter. The one that was in this part of the original level. Whoa! I tried to have a coin guide. It guided me not as precisely as I would have liked. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, about 7 seconds between the blasts. I know, being such a long-time hacker of the game, I should know what the timer is, but it's one of those things that I don't use enough to have memorized, and the thing about timers in Super Mario World is you never know exactly how they're calculated, because some of them decrease every frame, some of them only decrease every 2 frames, and some of them only decrease every 4 frames, so... Okay, will I break anything if I take the springboard into another level? Alright, number 3, Slimy's Castle. Let's go. Well, actually, let's stop. This wasn't a case of bad level design, this is a case of, this is where I stopped making this hack. So that level never got finished. I would call it here, but we have a secret path to deal with. But we'll do that next time. So I'll see you in a bit.